Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, so we can open up, but we'll have to fix the.
No need to react.
That's my. So to proceed, Mr. Chair, for the record, this opening of quotations is conducted pursuant to Section 34 of the IRR of RA 12009, and that this opening of quotations is video recorded and live streamed in compliance with Section 38 of the same IRR and DPWH DEO number 6 series of 2024. Mr. Chair, you may begin.
Thank you, Secretariat. The opening of quotations for the following procurement projects with contract ID number RFQ number 26-002 to RFQ number 26-006 and RFQ number 26-008 to 26-009 is hereby called to order at 9:17 in the morning, May 19, 2026, Bidding Row, Procurement Building, this office. Secretariat, please conduct the roll call.
Yes, Mr. Chair, so as a matter of procedure, please raise your hand and say present once your name is called to acknowledge your attendance and to determine whether a quorum is established. For the Bids and Awards Committee, we have the chairperson, Mr. Mark Luis Bisampilo,
Present.
the vice chairperson, Engineer Delphin Eloy Jr., regular members, Engineer Rinaldo P. Dastera, Engineer Edwin K. Lansal, and Engineer Binivis C. Orapa. We also have provisional member, Engineer Rene A. Yan, and Engineer Abilina is on leave. For the technical working group, the head, Engineer Mike J. Pilola, is also on leave. We have the assistant head, Engineer Jeffrey F. Vitana, member, Engineer Karen Joy G. Ramos, and Engineer Sam Jansi Catolico is also on leave. For the secretariat, yours truly, Engineer Emmanuel Marisacro. We have BACSEC member for goods and services, Mrs. Kishia Adeline J. Catolico, and the procurement staff, Engineer Azilian Becerra, Ms. Maria Desiree G. Gioso, Ms. Maria de Viviana Loreto, Mrs. Remedios Biginguni, and Mr. Mark Anthony Aberilla. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of the bidders' representatives, Mr. Chair. We have Consuelo T. Coloma of Owning Enterprises, proprietor, Imelda Adarna of Go Letting and Sons, and Isa L. Baldicano of Triple Force Gas Station. So, Mr. Chair, for this opening of quotations, 5 out of 7 members of the committee are present, hence the quorum is hereby declared. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretariat. And for the record, the BAC is a collegial body composed of 7 members in accordance with Section 42.2 and 42.3 of the IRR of RA 009. A quorum consists at least 4 members, including the chairperson or in his/her absence, the vice chairperson, and that decision of at least majority of those present at a meeting with the quorum shall be valid and binding as an act of the bar, with the chairperson or vice chairperson when presiding, voting only in case of a tie. And the secretariat is directed to reflect all such decisions properly in the minutes, and the committee will follow the agenda as indicated in the opening of quotations notice. Secretariat, please read the agenda.
Yes, Mr. Chair, so for today's agenda, Agenda 1 is call to order. Agenda 2, opening of RFQs or proposals, reading and coding of the ABC and quoted prices, and preliminary examination of the eligibility and technical and other requirements based on the RFQ terms and conditions, as well as the notice of posting for dispatch of procurement. Agenda 3, comments or reactions from our bidders, back members, DPWH, and all others who are present. And Agenda 4, adjournment. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretariat. May I hear a motion to adopt the agenda as read?
So move, Mr. Chair. Second motion.
Any objection?
Mr. Chair.
There being no objection, the agenda is adopted. We now proceed to Agenda 2. Before we open any bids, let us place on the record the status of bid submission and in accordance with notice of posting of request for quotations. The period for submission of quotations for these contracts ended at 9 a.m. today, May 19, 2026 at this venue. RFQ's proposal were received by the BAC through the BAC Secretariat for and on behalf of the BAC using the following modes. Number 1, physical submission in sealed envelopes in person and electronic submission via the official BAC email address indicated in the RFQ. Any RFQ proposal submitted after the deadline was not accepted, and any attempted late submission, if any, shall be noted in the minutes with the name of the supplier, its representative, if applicable, and the exact time of attempted submission. For guidance of everyone, the procedure for Agenda 2 is as follows, consistent with Section 34, small value procurement of the IRR of RA 12009. The procedure under this agenda shall be as follows. Number 1, unlike competitive bidding under the two envelope system, this small value procurement is undertaken through RFQs, which or where each suppliers submits one RFQ form for every contract which they are participating, either through a self-physical submission or via the official BAC Secretariat email indicated in the notice of posting of RFQ and in the RFQ form itself, consisting of the duly accomplished and signed RFQ form, which already indicates the total quoted price, together with the required eligibility, technical, and other documents stated in the RFQ terms and conditions. For RFQs submitted in sealed envelopes, the BAC DPWH will receive from the BAC Secretariat the RFQs envelopes for this project, confirm their labels, and open one at a time on the record. Number 2, the RFQs submitted via email, the printed RFQ and its attachments are received in the official BAC email, shall likewise be taken up one at a time, duly identified on the record as RFQ submitted via email and open for reading and preliminary examination. Number 3, once RFQ has been opened, whether from sealed envelope or from its printed email copy, the contents retrieved, the BAC DPWH shall refer the accomplished RFQ form to the BAC chairperson for reading of approved budget ceiling and supplier's quoted price. The BAC DPWH shall then encode the name of the supplier and quoted price in the abstract of quotations. Simultaneously, the BAC Secretariat shall also show the quoted price on screen. Number 4, thereafter, the BAC chairperson shall return the open RFQ and its supporting documents to the BAC DPWH, which shall conduct a non-discretionary pass-fail preliminary examination of eligibility, technical, and other documentary requirements based on the RFQ terms and conditions and approved technical specifications. Number 5, the preliminary examination shall include the presence and basic compliance with the terms and conditions of the RFQ, including the compliance of the quoted total price with the approved budget ceiling as it stated in the RFQ. And number 6, the reading of prices today does not yet constitute an award. The BAC will recommend only in favor of the supplier whose quotation is found to be the lowest calculated responsive quotation after completion of evaluation and post-qualification and approval by the head of the procuring entity. We now take up RFQ number 26-002. Secretariat, for the record, how many RFQs or quotations were received for this procurement and from whom?
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for RFQ number 26-002, or the procurement purchase of diesel fuel for use in the refueling of service vehicle, Mitsubishi Strada H16286, Mitsubishi Strada H16287, and Mitsubishi Strada H16862 for use in the National Road Traffic Survey Program and preliminary detailed engineering activities. The Secretariat received only one quotation as of the deadline for the submission of bids, namely from Triple Force Gas Station, submitted today at 8:45 a.m. No other quotations were received, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretariat. And for the record, these are the quotations that will be opened and subjected to preliminary examination for RFQ number 26-002. Secretariat, please open the bid box and retrieve all bid envelopes for RFQ number 26-002 and hand them to the technical working group. And for the record, TWG kindly confirm if the envelopes corresponds to the suppliers identified earlier by the box Secretariat.
Mr. Chair, we confirm that the shipment was five the suppliers earlier identified by the Secretariat for RFQ 26-002, bearing the box Secretariat date and time.
Thank you. Please proceed with the opening of envelopes and taking up of quotations.
Your permission, Mr. Chair, we will now open the application. Triple Force Gas Station, within the RFQ form and its discussion. Mr. Chair, we have opened and taken out the position of Triple Force Gas Station and we did the accomplished RFQ4. We respectfully refer the form to the box chairperson for the reading of the total calculated price together with the industry.
Thank you, TWG. And for the record, I have now the RFQ form of Triple Force Gas Station. For Triple Force Gas Station, total quoted price 949,840 pesos only. 949,840 pesos only. 41.
49.
840.
840.
840. 949,840 pesos. This quoted price shall be reflected in the abstract quotations for RFQ number 26-002. DWG, please. Proceed with the preliminary examination of RFQ or the quotation.
RFQ for all entries are legibly written. Delivery period 30 calendar days. Warranty 3 months. Price validity 60 calendar days. Brand and model regular Mayor's permit, check.
Number.
James. Check. Omnibus for statement, check. Income tax certificate, tax clearance certificate, check.
Hindi na mas nauna na sa extra. Uwi na.
Income tax return,
Bukas na.
check.
Hindi na player. Sa text ako dito. Di ba? Iyan mo sa akin. Ako din player. Ito ba? Dari.
Special power of attorney, check. Grant Petron. Regular diesel. Brochure, check. In view of the foregoing, we recommend the quotation of regular force gas station be rated pass and be declared compliant at the preliminary expedition stage, subject to legal evaluation and post qualification.
Thank you, DWG. In view of the DWG's recommendation, the matter is hereby referred to the Committee for Appropriate Action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC DWG for triple force gas station for RFQ number 26-002.
So moved. Second devotion.
Any objection? There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC DWG for the quotation of triple force gas station under RFQ number 26-002. Accordingly, triple force gas station is hereby rated passed and declared compliant at this stage for this RFQ. We now proceed to the next contract with contract ID number RFQ number 26-003. Secretariat, for the record, how many RFQs or quotations were received for this procurement and from whom?
Yes, Mr. Chair, so for this procurement, RFQ number 26-003, procurement of technical services for calibration of surveying equipment. The Secretariat received only one quotation through email from Survey Tech Corporation, which was sent last May 14, 2026 at 5:10 p.m. No other quotations received, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretariat. For the record, these are the RFQs or quotations that will be opened and subjected to preliminary examination for RFQ number 26-003. Secretariat, please open the bid box and retrieve all envelopes for RFQ number 26-003 and hand them to the technical working group. And for the record, DWG kindly confirm if the envelopes correspond to the supplier identified earlier by the box Secretariat.
The chair will confirm that the envelope handled was correspond to the supplier earlier identified by the Secretariat for RFQ 26-003, bearing the box Secretariat date and time the covered received stamp.
Thank you. Please proceed with the opening of envelopes and taking up of quotations.
The chair permits the research chair, we will now open and take up the quotation of Survey Tech Corporation and retrieve the RFQ form and its attachment. Mr. Chair, we have opened and taken up the quotation of Survey Tech Corporation and retrieve the accomplished RFQ form. We respectfully return the RFQ form to the bank chairperson for the reading of the total quoted price together with the GBC.
Thank you, DWG. And for the record, I have now the RFQ form of Sorbitech Corporation. And for the record, the approved budget for the contract for this procurement is 90,493 pesos and 33 centavos only. Total quoted price of Sorbitech Corporation, 90,000 pesos only. 90,000 pesos only. And this quoted price shall be reflected in the abstract of quotations for RFQ number 26-003. And for the record, the figures we have read today are based on the RFQ forms submitted by the supplier. And the RFQs and their supporting documents are hereby returned to the BAC TWG for the conduct of the preliminary examination on a non-discretionary pass-fail basis. TWG, you may begin or may begin the preliminary examination of this RFQ.
RFQ form written legibly written. Delivery period 15 days. Warranty 3 months. Price validity 30 days. Brand and model, platform, and AC. Certificate of registration valid until March 29, 2027. Mayor's permit valid until February 2027. Tax clearance expiry date March 18, 2027. Only those on statement. Check. The speaking. Check. Income tax return. Check. Brochure. Check. Plan. Tax code and STEC. Check.
DWG, please review their price validity.
Price validity searcher is 60 calendar days.
Sorry.
60 is searcher. 60 calendar days. In view of the foregoing, we recommend that the quotation of Surveytech Corporation be rated pass and be declared compliant at the preliminary examination stage, subject to detailed evaluation and cost qualification.
Thank you, TWG. In view of the TWG's recommendations, the matter is hereby referred to the committee for appropriate action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG for Surveytech Corporation for RFP number 26-003?
So moved.
Any objection? There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG for quotation of Surveytech Corporation under RFQ number 26-003. Accordingly, Surveytech Corporation is hereby rated pass and declared compliant at this stage for this RFQ. Now proceed to the next project with RFQ number 26-004. Secretariat, for the record, how many RFQs or quotations were received for this procurement and from whom?
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for the record, the Secretariat did not receive any quotation for this RFQ number 26-004. So under the rules in Article 009, Mr. Chair, the BAC or the hope through the BAC may extend the deadline again, Mr. Chair, depending on the decision of the BAC today. So I would like to put on the floor, Mr. Chair.
So what is the decision of BAC? We will extend the so majority, let's take the secretariat.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for the record, the BAC decided to extend the deadline to
Deadline
application
for
of
this
this
quotation.
quotation. So we will finalize later, Mr. Chair, the new deadline for this quotation.
Thank you, Secretariat. Now proceed to the next project with RFQ number 26-005. Secretariat, for the record, how many RFQs or quotations were received for this procurement and from whom?
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for this quotation or RFQ number 26-005, supply and delivery of personal protective equipment for routine maintenance of national roads and bridges within Leyte 5th District Engineering Office. The Secretariat received 3 quotations, one through email, which sent by Leyte Paper World last May 16 at 5:12 a.m. We also received 2 quotations from Go Lighting and Sons Incorporated, received today at 8:25 a.m. and Rab Builders and Supply received today at 8:45 a.m. No other quotations were received, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. And for the record, these are the RFQs or quotations that will be open and subjected to preliminary examination for RFQ number 26-005. And Secretariat, please open the bid box and retrieve all envelopes for RFQ number 26-005 and hand them to the technical working group. And for the record, DWG kindly confirm if the envelopes correspond to the suppliers identified earlier by the box Secretariat.
You confirm that the envelope address building says. Sir Chair, you confirm that the envelope address clause corresponds to the suppliers identified by the secretary to RFQ number 26-005, carrying the box secretary of the time resumes now.
Thank you. Please proceed with the opening of envelopes and taking up of quotations.
So we will now open, take up the quotation of supplier Leyte Paper World and we fill the RFQ form and this attachment.
And for the record, the total approved budget for the contract for RFP number 26-005 is 1,086,900 pesos and 30 centavos only.
Mr. Chair, we have opened, taking up the quotation from Leyte Paper World and we fill the accomplished RFP form. We respectfully for the RFP form for the back chairman for reading of the total for the price to win the revenues.
Thank you, DWG. And for the record, I have now the RFQ form of Leyte Paper World. Total quoted price of Leyte Paper World is 1,048,240 pesos only. 1,048,240 pesos only. This quoted price as read shall be reflected in the abstract quotations for RFQ number 26-005. For the record, the figures we have read today are based on the RFQ forms as submitted by the supplier. We now proceed to the next supplier.
Mr. Chair, we have opened and taken up the quotation of Bulleting and Science Incorporated and we bring the accomplished RFP form. We will prepare the RFP form with the back chairman for reading the total quoted price together with the
For the record, I have now the RFQ form of Go Lighting and Sons Incorporated. Total quoted price of Go Lighting and Sons Incorporated is 883,308 pesos only. 883,308 pesos only. Let's proceed to the next supplier, Grab Builders and Supply.
Mr. Chair, we have opened and taking out the quotation on supply, grab builders and supply, and retrieve the accomplished RFP form. We respectfully return the RFP form to the back chairperson for the reading and total quoted price together with the EDC.
For the record, I have now the RFQ form of Grab Builders and Supply. Total quoted price of Grab Builders and Supply 880,950 pesos only. 880,950 pesos only. This quoted price as read shall be reflected in the abstract of quotations for RFQ number 26-005. And for the record, the figures we have read today are based on the RFQ forms as submitted by the suppliers. The RFQs under supporting documents are hereby returned to the BAC DPWH of to conduct the preliminary examination on the non-discretionary pass-fail basis. DPWH, may now begin.
Chair, the form, the RFQ form was written legibly. Delivery period, not repeated, Mr. Chair. No entry. Warranty, no entry, Mr. Chair. Also, the price validity, no entry, Mr. Chair. But we have, Mr. Chair, the delivery period is 15 calendar days. Warranty is 3 months. And price validity is 60 calendar days. Mayor's permit. Check. Valid until December 31, 2026. Certificate of Insurance registration valid June 9, 2026. Annual income tax return check. Tax clearance check. DTI check. omnibus did not touch Mr. Chair. Also, the motion and Brian and what will be not touched.
About the authority of signatories, P.
That's, did not attach also, Mr. Chair. In view of the foregoing, we recommend that the quotation of Leyte Paper World be rated fail due to non-submittal or attached the omnibus short statement, authority of signatory, brochure, and run at the preliminary, and be declared non-compliant at the preliminary examination stage, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, DWG. And in view of the DWG's recommendation, matter is hereby referred to the committee for appropriate action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG for Leyte Paper World for RFQ number 26-005.
So moved. Second motion.
Any objection? There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG for quotation of gold Leyte Paper World under RFQ number 26-005. Accordingly, Leyte Paper World is hereby rated failed and declared non-compliant due to non-submittal of omnibus sworn statement, authority of signatory, brochure, and brand, and is thus disqualified from further evaluation for RFQ number 26-005. Now proceed to the next supplier, the Gold Lifting and Sons Incorporated, PWG. Please proceed. Same procedure.
For Golden Sons Incorporated. RFQ form hydrated check. Delivery period 30 calendar days. Warranty 12 months against factory defects. Price validity 60 calendar days. Years business permit valid until December 31, 2026. Omnibus warrant statement. Check. Secretary certificate. Check.
Chips.
Income tax return. Check. Certificate. Check. Tax clearance certificate. Check. Brochure. Check. brand kayo for jacket kayo mo, and then for blue t-shirt, blue corner, and then mountaineering shoes, and gear. In view of the foregoing, we recommend that the quotation of gold lifting and sons be written, passed, and be declared compliant at the preliminary examination stage, subject to detailed evaluation and cost qualification inspection.
Thank you, DWG, and in view of DWG's recommendation, the matter is referred to the committee for appropriate action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC DWG for Go Lifting and Sons Incorporated for RFQ number 26-005.
So moved.
Any objection? There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG for the quotation of Go Lifting and Sons Incorporated under RFQ number 26-005. Accordingly, Go Lifting and Sons Incorporated is rated passed and declared compliant at this stage for this procurement. WG, may I proceed to the quotation of the next supplier, the builders and supply.
For round filters and supplies such as RFQ form written legally. Delivery period 30 calendar days. Warranty 3 months. Price validity 60 calendar days. Certificate of registration valid until September 6, 2026. Year's permit valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance valid until July 29, 2026. Post statement. Sign and authorize. Income tax return. Check. Authorize. Carry. Check. Brochure. Check. Run for Doug's Powerhouse. Mountaineering Salomon. Jacket or trees. Run. In view of the foregoing, we recommend that the application of Rob Builders and Supply be rated pass and be declared compliant at the preliminary examination stage, subject to detailed evaluation and cost qualifications inspection.
Thank you, TWG. And in view of the TWG's recommendation, the matter is hereby referred to the committee for appropriate action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC DPWH for RAB Builders and Supply for RFQ 26-005?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? There being no objection, the motion is carried. BAC adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC DPWH for the quotation of RAB Builders and Supply under RFQ number 26-005. Accordingly, RAB Builders and Supply is hereby rated passed and declared compliant at this stage for this RFQ. Now proceed to the next project with RFQ number 26-006. Secretariat, for the record, how many RFQs or quotations to receive for this procurement and from whom?
Yes, Mr. Chair, so for RFP number 26-006, procurement of spare parts for use in the preventive maintenance of the generator set 500 kVA 400 kilowatt standby power with engine model D15V1 at DPWH Leyte 5th District Engineering Office, Baybay City Leyte. The Secretariat received only one quotation via email from Pratres Power Corporation, sent last May 15, 2026 at 11:19 a.m. No other quotations to receive as of the date.
Thank you, Secretariat. And for the record, these are the RFQ that will be opened and subjected to preliminary examination for RFQ number 26-006. Secretariat, please open the bid box and retrieve all envelopes for RFQ number 26-006 and hand them to the technical working group. And for the record, DWG kindly confirm if the envelopes correspond to the supplier identified earlier by the box Secretariat.
We tell the confirm that the implemented funds correspond to the suppliers identified by the secretary for RFQ number 26-006, bearing the box secretariat date and time of the same start. We'll now open and take up the quotation from Pratres Power Corporation. And we will the RFQ for introduction, Mr. Chair. We have opened and taken up the quotation of Pratres Power Corporation and will read the accomplished RFQ for. We will respectfully record the RFQ form to the bank chairperson for the reading and quoted, total quoted price together with the industry.
Thank you, DWG. And for the record, I have now the RFQ form of Pratres Power Corporation. And for the record, the total approved budget for the contract for this RFQ is 184,046 pesos and 84 centavos. The total quoted price of Pratres Power Corporation is 159,352 pesos only. 159,352 pesos only. The RFQ and the supporting documents are hereby returned to the BAC DWG for the conduct of the preliminary examination on a non-discretionary pass-fail basis. DWG, may I proceed? Same procedure.
For Pratres Power Corporation, RFQ DEO rated legibly written. Delivery period 30 calendar days. Warranty 3 months. Price validity 60 calendar days. Brand.
What's this mic?
Grant content should be one. Secretary certificate, sign and notarize. Check. Omnibus form statement, sign and notarize. Certificate of license registration, valid until July 14, 2026. Years permit, valid until December 31, 2026. Certificate, right? They are certificate of registration, check. Annual income tax return.
It's wala. Ay, tinawag din. Yes, sabi. Yan na daw.
Brochure check. In view of the foregoing, we recommend that the quotation of risk practice power corporation be rated pass and be declared compliant with the preliminary examination stage, subject to legal evaluation and also
Thank you, TWG. And in view of the TWG's recommendation, the matter is hereby referred to the committee for great action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG for Ratris Power Corporation for RP number 26-006.
Second motion.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG for the quotation of Ratris Power Corporation under RP number 26-006. Accordingly, Ratris Power Corporation is hereby rated passed and declared compliant at stage for this RFQ. Now proceed to the next contract with RFQ number 26-008. Secretariat, for the record, how many RFQs or quotations were received for this procurement and from whom?
Yes, Mr. Chair, so for this RFQ number 26-008, procurement purchase of minor tools and equipment for routine maintenance of national roads and bridges within Leyte DEO jurisdiction, the Secretariat received two quotations, namely from Go Letting and Sons, received today at 8:25 a.m. and Rob Builders and Supply received today at 8:45 a.m. No other quotations were received, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretariat. And for the record, these are the RFQs or quotations that will be opened and subjected to preliminary examination for RFQ number 26-008. And Secretariat, please open the bid box and retrieve all envelopes for RFQ number 26-008 and hand them to the TWG. And for the record, DPWH kindly confirm if the envelopes correspond to the suppliers identified earlier by the Bank Secretariat.
And that will be specified. Sir Chair, we confirm that the envelope handed to us correspond to the suppliers earlier identified by the Secretariat for RTQ 56-008, bearing the Bank Secretariat's date and time received stamp. Mr. Chair, we will now take up the quotation of Golding and Sons Incorporated and within the article report and its attachments.
Thank you. Please proceed with the opening of envelopes and taking up of quotations.
Mr. Chair, we have opened and taken up the quotation from Golding and Sons and retrieved the accomplished article report. We respectfully refer the article report to the bank person for the reading of the total quoted price together with the fees.
Thank you, TWG. And for the record, I have now the RFQ form of Go Lending and Sons Incorporated. And for the record, the total approved budget for the contract for this RFQ is 987,897 pesos and 85 centavos only. Total quoted price of Go Lending and Sons Incorporated is 868,060 pesos only. 868,060 pesos only. 60. 60. The RQ is hereby returned to the BAC TWG for the conduct of the present explanation and that discussion on pass-fail basis.
Mr. Chair, we have opened and taken up the quotation of Grab Builders and Supply and retrieved the accomplished article report. We respectfully refer the report to the bank chairperson for the reading of the total quoted price.
For the record, I have now the RQ form of Grab Builders and Supply. Total quoted price of RAP Builders and Supply is 889,108 pesos only. 889,108 pesos only. This quoted price as read shall be reflected in the abstract quotations for RFQ number 26-008. And for the record, the figures we have read today are based on the RFQ forms as submitted by the suppliers. And their documents are hereby returned to the BAC TWG for the conduct of the preliminary examination on non-discretionary pass-fail basis. You may now begin, TWG. Same procedure.
For Golding and Sons, Mr. Chair, the RFQ form prepared. Delivery period 15 calendar days. Warranty 12 months against factory defects. Validity, price validity 60 calendar days. Brand and model at steel guideline of BPW. Secretary certificate, signed and notarized. Here's business permit, expire until December 31, 2026. Certificate of license registration, valid until November 17, 2026. Omnibus sworn statement, signed and notarized. Income tax return. Okay. Brochure, check. Brand check. In view of the foregoing, we recommend that the petition of Go Living and Sons Incorporated be written pass and be declared compliant at the preliminary examination stage, subject to detailed evaluation and post qualification.
Thank you. In view of the DWH's recommendation, the matter is hereby referred to the committee for appropriate action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of Go Lighting and Sons Incorporated for RFP number 26-008.
Second motion.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG for the quotation of Go Lighting and Sons Incorporated under RFP number 26-008. Accordingly, Go Lighting and Sons Incorporated is hereby rated pass and declared compliant at this stage for this RFQ. Now proceed to the next supplier, the RAB Builders and Supply.
Oral builders and supply. Before written delivery period, 15 calendar days. Warranty, 1 year. Price validity, 60 calendar days. Certificate of license registration valid until September 6, 2026. Sales permit valid until December 31, 2026. Omnibus sworn statement, signed and authorized. Annual income return. Third, DPI, check. Tax clearance. Check. Brochure, check. Brand, moving, powerhouse, ground, check. SPA, signed and authorized. In view of the foregoing, we recommend the application of RAB Builders and Supply be rated pass and be declared compliant at the preliminary installation stage, subject to detailed evaluation and qualification.
Thank you, TWG. In view of the TWG's recommendation, the matter is hereby referred to the committee for corporate action. And I hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG for RAB Builders and Supply for RFQ number 26-008.
Second the motion.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG for the quotation of RAB Builders and Supply under RFQ number 26-008. Accordingly, RAB Builders and Supply Street passed and declared compliant at the stage for this RFQ. Proceed to the next contract with RFQ number 26-009. Secretariat, for the record, how many RFQs quotations were received for this procurement and from whom?
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for this last procurement, RFQ number 26-009, supply and delivery of materials for bridge repainting, signposts, and guardrails repainting along Ormoc Baybay Southern Leyte Boundary Road, Ambuyog Silaguro, Tacloban Baybay Southern, and Matobulto Road as specified in the station limits. The Secretariat received two quotations, namely from Go Letting and Sons Incorporated, received today at 8:25 a.m. and Oning Enterprises received today at 8:50 a.m. No other bids were received, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretariat. And for the record, these are the RFQs or quotations that will be opened and subjected to the preliminary examination for RFQ number 26-009. Secretariat, please open the bid box and retrieve all envelopes for RFQ number 26-009 and hand them to the technical working group. And for the record, TWG kindly confirm if the envelopes correspond to the suppliers identified earlier by the box Secretariat.
Sir, we confirm that the non-scientific response to the suppliers earlier identified by the Secretariat for RFQ number 26-009, building the Secretariat made and received tasks.
Thank you, TWG. Please proceed with the opening of envelopes and taking up of quotations.
Now, open take up the location of Goleting and Sons Incorporated within the RFQ form and its suggestion. Mr. Chair, we have opened and taken up the quotation of Goleting and Sons Incorporated and between the companies RFQ form. We respectfully refer the RFQ form to the voucher person for the reading and of the total quoted price together with ladies.
Thank you, TWG. And for the record, I have now the RFQ form of Go Letting and Sons Incorporated. And for the record, the approved budget for the contract for this RFQ is 1,997,337 pesos and 20 centavos. Total quoted price of Go Letting and Sons Incorporated, 1,796,020 pesos only. 1,796,020 pesos only. The quoted price as read shall be reflected in the abstract of quotations for RFQ number 26-009. Proceed to the next supplier.
Mr. Chair, we have motion and taken up the position of owning enterprises and within the accomplished RFP reform, we respectfully refer the RFP form to the public persons for the reading of the total quoted price together with the EDC.
Thank you for the record. I have now the RFQ form of owning enterprises. The total quoted price of owning enterprises is 1,937,412 pesos and 80 centavos only. 1,937,412 pesos and 80 centavos only. For the record, the figures we have read today are based on the RFQ forms as submitted by the suppliers. The RFQs under supporting documents are hereby returned to the BAC DPWH for the conduct of the preliminary examination on a non-discretionary pass-fail basis. DPWH, can we begin? Same procedure.
For go-leading Sons Incorporated, RFQ form typewritten, delivery period 30 calendar days, warranty 3 months, price validity 60 calendar days, brand and model Roscoe.
DWG, please verify the, go back to Italian, the delivery period.
Delivery period, Mr. Chair, is 30 calendar days.
The RQ required
18 calendar days. Years business permit valid until December 31, 2026. Certificate of license registration valid until November 17, 2026. Multiple sworn statement signed and notarized. Secretary certificate signed and notarized. Income tax return. Okay. Brochure. Okay. In view of the foregoing, we recommend that the quotation of Bulletin and Sons Incorporated be rated pass and be declared compliant with the preliminary examination stage, subject to detailed evaluation and post-qualification.
Thank you, DWG. In view of the DWG's recommendation, the matter is hereby referred to the committee for appropriate action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC DWG for Go Lighting and Sons Incorporated for RFQ number 26-009.
So moved, Mr. Chair. Second motion.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being no objection, the motion is carried. BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC DWG for the quotation of Go Lighting and Sons Incorporated under RFQ number 26-009. Accordingly, Go Lighting and Sons Incorporated is hereby rated pass and declared compliant at this stage for this RFQ. Now proceed to the next supplier, the Owning Enterprises.
For only interactions with the RFQ for delivery period 30 calendar days, warranty 3 months, price validity is 60 calendar days, brand and model Boysen. Certificate of pensions registration valid until April 13, 2027. County goals for the statement, sign and notarize. Here's business permit, valid until December 31, 2026. Income tax return, check. Payment check. Brochure check. And in view of the foregoing, we recommend that the application of owning enterprises be rated pass and be declared compliant at the preliminary examination stage, subject to detailed evaluation and post-qualification.
Thank you to the DWG. In view of the DWG's recommendation, the matter is hereby referred to the committee for appropriate action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and the recommendation of the BAC DWG for owning enterprises for RFQ number 26-009.
So moved, Mr. Chair. Second motion.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC DWG for the quotation of owning enterprises under RFQ number 26-009. Accordingly, owning enterprises is hereby rated pass and declared compliant at stage for this RFQ. And for the record, all RFQs or quotations have now been opened. DBC and quoted prices have been read and encoded in the abstract of quotations, and preliminary pass-fail examination of the documents has been conducted based on the RFQ terms and conditions. The BAC, with the assistance of the TWG and the Secretariat, shall proceed with the detailed evaluation and post-qualification of the quotations to determine the lowest calculated responsive quotation that is found responsive to the RFQ requirements, and thereafter prepare the BAC resolution recommending award for consideration and approval by the head of the procuring entity. Proceed to Agenda 3. We open the floor to any participating supplier or BAC members who wishes to place on the record any comment, clarification, or observation regarding the opening of quotations and preliminary examination conducted today. Kindly state your name, company, firm, agency, and contract ID to which your comment refers. and back secretariat. Kindly take note on the record for minutes purposes, any comments, reactions raised.
Maybe, do you have any concerns, ma'am? Yeah. So, Mr. Chair, the representative from Go Letting has no concern, and for our online live streaming, we have not received any comments or concerns as well. So just for the record, Mr. Chair, one of our quotations was pulled out by the maintenance due to availability of funds. And then the bank as well decided to extend 26-004. So we will meet later or next day for the final or the updated date for the deadline for the submission of this quotation. That's all, Mr. Chair.
It's noted, Secretariat. Thank you. So there being no further comments or reactions, Agenda 3 is hereby closed. Proceed to Agenda 4. There being no other matters for discussion, may I hear a motion to adjourn this opening of quotations.
So moved. Second the motion.
Any objection?
None, Mr.
There
Chair.
being no objection, this opening of quotations is adjourned at 10:42 in the morning. Thank you and good morning once again.